I'm here behind the bar at Dodge City Brewing Company. It's not my bar, it's Larry's bar. Larry Cook, the owner, he does everything here at Dodge City Brewing Company. If you want to find out more, keep watching Untapped. All right, so I am here with Larry, Mr. Larry Cook, who is pretty much everything here at Dodge City Brewing. It's his company, his creature, he brews, he runs everything, the pizza recipes. That's a lot to do here, you know? I mean, but tell me, you came from a career that had nothing to do with beer, and you followed your dreams to start Dodge City Brewing Company. What was that journey like?
Well, I was a CPA for 34 years before I started this. Started brewing at home in 2005. I'd spent the previous 10 years being introduced to craft beer, traveled to, 200-300 different breweries across the country, and just learned a love for craft beer and decided to start trying to make it myself.
You know, that's a huge change, you know, culture shift and everything.
It is. And then the more I brewed, the more it became a passion, an obsession to try to make better beer, figure out how to make perfect beer, which that's never going to be possible, but right. Well, I kept trying anyway.
I think the term obsession actually is pretty apt, you know, is that because it's that desire to consistently, like, what's next? What can we do now? How can we grow this? And as the first brewery in Southwest Kansas, and we had talked earlier about, you know, back in the 1870s and things along those lines, but really in Dodge City, I mean, you're the first brewery of any consequence since those times, essentially, right? I mean, I'm not trying to create a statistic or something just to inflate it, but that's putting you on the map. That's important for Dodge City.
Yeah, we're the first brewery in Southwest Kansas, so we've had a challenge introducing people to craft beer, but it's been fun. It's always fun to serve a product that you created. And
that's what's cool about craft beer and breweries in general like this. That's like, what is it that you get out of it when you're not trying to convert people, but it's that education process and it's that desire to show people, hey, look what this is all about. And what if, you know, I mean, what does that look like in Dodge City where, you know, people might not have had, and I don't mean like, oh, we're all so backwards here in Dodge City, but I mean anywhere where people aren't exposed to craft beer, you know, to be able to bring that to them. I mean, what brings you joy with that?
Well, there's over 100 defined beer styles. And one of my goals is to, at one point, serve every one of those beer styles. So just to constantly surprise people with a new beer that they've never had before, that maybe they didn't even know existed, that's a lot of satisfaction.
Mm-hmm. And giving them that experience, because it's always not about the beer too. I mean, obviously we're very beer centric here. It's a brewery and it's your puppy, but with the food and just the community that's built when you can come in and people can have a nice experience out, you know, and even playing trivia or just a night with friends, and whether they're hardcore beer drinkers or not, they're going to get a part of that experience. And I'm sure that's fun for you to witness as well when you see people coming in and, you know, getting that.
Absolutely. Right? And we have enough staff that I'm able to just talk to people and usually just enjoy the atmosphere and sit with them while they're enjoying our beer.
Right. And not just the beer too, but you said you guys went to pizza school so that you could design your own dough and sauce and everything. So it's not just microwave pizza when you come here. When you come here, they call it, what'd you call it, Old West style pizza, as they're trying to coin a new term here?
Well, it's our take on New York style. We didn't want to, you know, claim that we're just doing strictly New York style pizza, but it essentially is. We spent 7 days in Staten Island learning how to make pizza the right way, and I think we're doing a pretty decent job of it.
I mean, I still try to wrap my head around it. You know, you're in the financial, you know, career for 30 plus years, like you say, and now you're living your dream. You're doing this and bringing so much joy to so many people. I mean, what else would you want? I'm so excited I can't even like articulate it, but it's like, how many people have the opportunity to do that in life, you know? So, I mean, reflecting back, I know you think you made the right decision, but what does the future hold?
It's a good question. I'd like to do this for a few more years, but, you know, I'm 63 years old now, so at some point I'd like to be able to retire and find somebody to pass this off to and keep it going. You know, I'd hate to see it fold up.
Right.
It's a nice addition for the community, and people enjoy coming here, so someday find the right person.
Awesome. And I want to go back and take a peek at the brew house too, because I know that you put that together as well. And we joked, I'm super not handy, so just the fact that again you did all these things, yet you basically, I mean, you know, with the equipment that you ordered, built everything, and the pizzas, and I'm just overwhelmed here. So let's go take a peek back there and see what's going on.
All right, let's do it.
Ah, here we go.
So I thought this might be a good time to taste the black IPA that we're putting on tap this
In the
afternoon.
brew house where it was made.
Yep.
Cheers. Thank you. So what am I looking for here, profile-wise?
Relatively hoppy Centennial, Cascade, and CTZ hops, and then a nice background of roastiness.
Just a little, yeah, because I mean, sometimes roast can take over, you know, as far as I'm concerned. And it's not like I'm an expert or anything. But that's a good balance on that. But you do get that hop that's not killed by the roast.
Yeah, debittered malt is one way that we restrain the malt character. Debittered means that the barley has the husk taken off of it, and that reduces the amount of astringency and the amount of burnt character that you would typically could get out of it.
Awesome, that is really solid. And in a brew house that you put together yourself, which I'm still impressed by because it seems like a lot of work, you know?
It was a lot of work.
But this fits the theme of Larry doing everything, you know, his career change, his dream that he's making happen. He actually, I heard you hand forge the metal as well. That might be going a bit too far. But seriously, this is impressive. I mean, that's a lot of work that goes into it. Was it a fun adventure when you were in the middle of it?
It's fun looking back on it. It was kind of stressful at the time, trying to make sure we got everything going. Actually, the first 2 batches of beer that we brewed was a double batch of cream ale that we had to dump because the glycol system froze up.
But that happens.
It does. Fermentation got out of control and ruined the beer.
And so what's the next fun beer that's going to come out aside from your flagships? I mean, what's going to be a new fun one on down the line?
Right in the tank behind you is a red IPA that is brewed with hops grown in southwest Kansas.
Okay, so we got some local flair to it. Red IPA. Explain that style to me.
Red IPA is going to have just a little bit of fruity character from the red malts that go into it that hopefully marry well with the hop character. Just a nice twist on IPAs.
Awesome. That's a solid brew, and to be able to be fortunate enough to have a brew in your brew house with the man, Larry Cook, Dodge City Brewing Company. What an amazing experience. I'll say it again. Cheers, Larry. Thanks for all your time today.
You bet. Enjoyed it.
Dodge City Brewing Company is doing some absolutely amazing things. The next time you're in the area, come have an experience for yourself.